Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is March 12th. Lisa Lydia Scott here with you this morning, tracking some weather for the weekend, but nice weather today. We'll get to that in a minute. But of course, I'd like to remind you, we're live every weekday morning right around this time, but it stays on your Facebook feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you, or you can listen to it as a podcast. Go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute.
All right, today sounds like it's going to be pretty nice. Tomorrow, pretty good as well.
Yep.
Once we get towards the weekend here, things are going to really change.
Winter makes a little bit of a comeback. Spring is fun because you get all these ups and downs and different types of precip and wind and
all over the place.
It is March Madness, nonetheless.
There you go.
Let's see. Today we woke up with a little bit of light snow for areas up north. You have some snow-covered and slippery roads. Your temperatures are in the teens. Here in Fargo, you're like, what snow?
Yeah.
It's not bad out. Your roads are in fine shape. Temperatures 20s to near 30 and not much for wind, so not a bad March morning. Up north, a little bit of a different story. If you're traveling in that direction from Fargo, all of a sudden you're going to hit some icy roads right around Grand Forks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Today we warm up near 50 degrees, so that'll help melt any of that snow. It was inch or less for a lot of those areas, so it wasn't a big snow. 50 degrees, a little March sun angle, even the upper 40s, light winds, mostly sunny skies. That'll do the trick. That'll melt away that snow, and road conditions will improve up north today. We get a rare spring day with not much wind. High pressure sliding through 5 miles an hour or less. Really comfortable outside. Wind kind of organizes itself overnight tonight, picks up a bit for tomorrow, 10 to 20. You'll notice it, but it brings in warmer air, and temperatures are near 60 for tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool.
There's once again another little ribbon of snow for areas up north that you could wake up with some snow-covered roads. Once again, a dusting to a half-inch possible. Up north, far north this time, by tomorrow morning. The rest of us snow-free, and we'll work in that 60-degree mark for tomorrow. 60 still on Friday, but that comes with clouds, the wind picking up out of the south-southeast, and then eventually turning to the northwest. Scattered rain showers developing by the middle of the day. Maybe a rumble of thunder.
Oh.
That's possible. A little energy working its way in. Could hear a rumble or two. Nothing strong, nothing severe, but a random crack of thunder I can't rule out come Friday afternoon.
All right.
Rain gets a little more widespread, heavy in spots by Friday night. Wind starts to shift around to the northwest, and we'll go from the 60s on Friday afternoon to the 20s by Saturday morning. That sharp temperature drop will lead to an area, or a time frame at least, of kind of a mixed precip, where we see freezing rain, maybe some sleet. That can lead to ice accumulation on the roads. And then we'll switch all the way over to snow and put snow on top of that ice. So not great traveling. Wind picks up for your Saturday too, this time out of the northwest, gusting 30 to 50 is what I'm looking at right now. So even with a little bit of snow, blowing snow, visibility issues, all of that a concern for Saturday. Not a great travel day.
No.
I wouldn't cancel anything just yet, but let's keep watching this very closely. It's messy nonetheless.
Yeah.
One of the bigger question marks, especially this morning, how dry is that northwest wind, and can it cut off any of the moisture when we do switch over to snow, which would then lower snowfall amounts. So that's something we'll watch for too. Okay, what else? After that, we're chilly on Sunday, temperatures in the 20s. We build our way back through the 30s, 40s for most of next week. I do have hints at a warm up at the very end of the 10-day, which then puts us into the later portions of March.
Okay.
Ups and downs, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a roller coaster.
A lot to keep up with. All right, that's all.
Thanks.
Happening today, the suspect in a deadly hit and run will be in court. He has pleaded not guilty to a felony charge and driving under suspension. 23-year-old Alex Cruz is accused of hitting 36-year-old Robin Krause as she was crossing the street next to the 52nd Avenue Walmart in Fargo on December 23rd. Prosecutors say he was speeding because he was late for work. At the time of the crash, his license was suspended. Cruz's attorney told the judge that the two sides are working towards a resolution.
A bill to allow darker window tinting is sitting on Governor Kelly Armstrong's desk this morning. It passed the Senate overwhelmingly on Tuesday. The bill would allow car owners to tint front passenger and driver side windows so that only 35% of light gets through. Right now, they can only tint to 50%. It would not change the tint allowed on windshields. They must let at least 70% of light through. There is currently a petition to get a measure on the ballot that would get rid of any restrictions on tint level and color, even for those front windshields. If 15,582 signatures are collected in time, that measure would be on the ballot in 2026.
You won't have to pay as much for a Fargo Pool Family Pass as we originally thought. Just a few weeks ago, a family pass proposal for all 5 pools was set at $500. But after a public backlash, the Fargo Port Park Board has lowered the price to $350. Several other price decreases were also approved for family and youth season passes. A new 4-for-1 plan is also being offered, giving access to all pools except for the new Island Park pool. The rates at the Madison Pool and Splash Pad in North Fargo will remain the same as last year.
All right, you only have a few days left to enjoy those famous Scotch eggs at the Boiler Room in downtown Fargo. Don't worry, they're not closing completely, but they are switching things up. The restaurant announced it will offer its full menu for the last time this Saturday. Sunday will be the final brunch buffet. The Boiler Room will stay open, but they're turning their focus to cocktails and drinks. Also, new bar snacks will be available starting next Tuesday. In case you didn't know, the restaurant has been part of downtown Fargo for over a decade.
We've got Minnesota high school sectionals tonight on WDAY Plus. You can watch the Section 8 2A boys basketball semifinals. The first game is East Grand Forks and Pelican Rapids. They tip off at 6 o'clock. That's followed by Thief River Falls versus Barnesville. The winners will face off in the section championship game Friday night at 8. Of course, you need to download that WDAY Plus app on your smart TV or mobile device to catch all of the tournament action.
All right, today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, it's shaping up to be one of the most wide open big school boys tournaments, basketball that is, why Bismarck believes they can win a first title in nearly 15 years. Plus, Bison head coach Dave Richmond joins the show to discuss what's next for his team after a frustrating end of the season. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and on Inforum.com.
And now's a great time to get that Inforum.com subscription. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to check it out.
Join us the rest of the day for our newscasts as well. Our next one's at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with First News from 5 to 7.
Have a great day, everyone.